good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You look at Indiana. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And checking out Philadelphia, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the 76ers, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons.
And, you know, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward position. And for the 76ers, we've got Oubre. Andre Drummond is out there with Edwards. Then it's Butler. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. So, Greg, with the season winding down, a lot of what-ifs for the teams. What about players? Do they experience that as well?
You can't help but wonder what could have been if your team struggled, Kevin. Players are just like fans in that regard.
Now the 76ers with it. Butler on the wing. Drummond sets the screen for Butler. And it's sent back by Turner. Nembhard the pass to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And the 3 ball is good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside Turner. It's tipped. And here's Halliburton. Last game we saw him score 14. Good on the 3-point shot.
Halliburton with the answer was anxious to throw it right back at him.
Butler kicks to Edwards. Pass to Grimes. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Offensive rebound, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Halliburton, that's good.
Whenever that mid-range jump shot is available, Halliburton is going to take advantage of it. He's a really good passer, but also an opportunistic scorer.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Let's take a look at the numbers for Tyrese Halliburton.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Obi Toppin's checked in for the Pacers. Butler passes to Drummond. Oubre, no one around him. No good on the triple. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight, to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Now Drummond following the three-point attempt by Obi Toppin. Drummond sets the screen for Butler. Over Halliburton. And it's Butler missing. Indiana leading. Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Butler against Halliburton. Takes a three. And it's Toppin, that time on the assist by Halliburton.
Well, making threes is vital for Toppin, developing his stretch big skill.
Now here's Oubre. Neesmith covering. From the wing. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Back to Halliburton. That three off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Oubre outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Grimes. Nembhard grabs the board. Pacers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Pass to Neesmith. Inside. Halliburton against Butler. Shot left block, and Halliburton finishes inside. Halliburton's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Back to Butler. Oubre, right side. Fast break, here we go. Here's Nembhard. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
From downtown, Grimes with the bucket.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Here's Halliburton. Edwards is out there with Maxey. Then it's Paul George. And it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
High energy throwdown that time by Halliburton. Not wasting any time or motion.
Mathurin against George. And that one is good.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Pacers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Halliburton has lots of skills you love to see from a young guard. Boy, I tell you what, he's got a bright future. Love watching this young man play.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Just 4 to shoot. Halliburton for 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Edwards inside. Toppin's there. Edwards kicks to Maxey. They set the screen. The 3 from George. The shot, no good. Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Mathurin passes to McConnell. Toppin with it. Pass to Halliburton. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Walker's checked in. Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Andrew Nembhard comes in for T.J. McConnell. And here are the Pacers now. Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. And you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Maxey looking it over. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Mathurin finds Toppin.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Indiana also making some changes. Siakam is checked in for Toppin. And it's Nesmith in for Halliburton. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Grimes. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The 3. Drills it from outside. Grimes has got the lead up to 2 now for Philadelphia. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
They set the pick. Here's Siakam. It's hauled in by Edwards.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Siakam inside. Edwards defending. They get it again. Siakam misses. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. The Pacers shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. That one falls.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Outside Edwards. Butler feeling out a bit. To the middle. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Back to Nembhard. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. Mathurin, good. Mathurin's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Oubre. Tight defense on him. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Drummond. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick, what's your analysis of how your defense has done so far?
Well, they're getting too many open looks at threes. We're lucky they're missing a few. But, with this team, they stretch out so much. You got to be really alert. You got to pay close attention to the details.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in what's been a neck-and-neck battle through 2 quarters.
One thing that's helped tonight, their three-point shooting. Those triples add up fast, don't they, Kenny?
That's why I shoot them. If they have 4s, I take them too. But here's one thing. You have to have floor balance, and you have to really create clean looks, though.
Now let's take a moment and see what games still lie ahead. Out in Miami, it'll be the Heat against the Celtics. That one starting at 7 p.m. Eastern.
I'm looking for a possible upset in that one.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Tyrese Halliburton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here's Siakam. And so in the game for the Pacers. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the center position.
You've got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Back to Butler. Oubre outside. Off target with his three. Indiana leading after exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019. Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Turner.
And, you know, because Turner is such a good free throw shooter for his position, defenses really can't send him to the line too often. He'll make them pay.
Good on both. Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smith, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls for him. And so Butler nails both of them. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. It's Nembhard on the wing. Siakam outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Siakam's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pacers.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Fourth in assists, and they also show up top 5 in terms of fewest turnovers per game. That's a great stat to be in the top tier in.
And their shooting percentage deserves another mention. You notice how well, Greg, they create those good looks in tight. They don't waste their time with low percentage shots. The 76ers trail by 5. Oubre outside. And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Butler against Halliburton. Shots good by Butler. Butler's got 7 points.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky's the limit. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Grimes.
And a struggle here to find a rhythm in the second half. The field goal percentage starting to tail off in a big way.
One of the key components of Drummond's game. He's an intimidating presence on the offensive glass.
Halliburton with it. 17 points in the game. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Aaron Nesmith. Edwards with the screen. Here's Grimes. Off target from outside. Pacers leading by 6. To the paint. Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
And nice read for Mathurin. He's always trying to get his teammates going.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That's the first of 6 played on the road. And Drummond throws it down.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Now, here's Halliburton. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Mathurin for 3. Kept alive. Turner. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Indiana making some changes. Toppin comes in for Turner. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Left side, Maxey. The Pacers pull it in. Siakam's got 6 rebounds in the game. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting 2.
That one is off.
You know, Obi Toppin is known as a high flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
And he's good on the second. The 76ers trail by 9. Outside, Walker. Outside, Maxey. From deep, George drops in the tray. George has got 8 points.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
Pass to Nembhard. Back to McConnell. Now Siakam. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent 3, George adds a lot to this offense.
Tapping a screen on George. Mathurin against George. 4 on the shot clock. Benedict Mathurin, and that's good. Mathurin's got his second basket of the game.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
George with no one around. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Maxey against McConnell. To the inside. Here's Walker. From deep three-point land. And that one released in time, but no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Indiana out in front, up by 3. And we'll be back right after this. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, it's all about who's more physical. And we got to meet them early. Defense, possession. These guys are going to wear down, but we got to make them wear.
Allen pouring his guys to up the aggressiveness on the defensive side.
And Kevin, preaching physicality. When you play for Coach Carlisle, you got to bring energy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Paul George is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Walker. Then there's Maxey. And it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Bona. No good on the 3.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Right on the bucket. Halliburton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Maxey against McConnell. Lets it go from 11. Maxey, no good. Pacers leading by 7. Halliburton kicks to McConnell. Outside, Walker. Doubled by Maxey. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Walker the pass to McConnell. Shot clock at 2. Walker's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Walker kicks to Maxey. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
That's where Maxey's at his best. He wants to get the ball inside.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Chopin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Edwards finds Butler, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
First free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Oubre passes to Drummond. And it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Halliburton against Butler. Oubre on the wing. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards, and it falls over the rim and in.
Usually you can expect Oubre to be the finisher, but when somebody else is this open, he moves the rock.
Now, here's Neesmith, covered by Oubre. Here's Halliburton, and it's sent back by Drummond. Here's Neesmith, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Grimes passes to Butler. Now, here's Oubre. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Out to Edwards. Butler from outside. They get the rebound. Edwards dishes to Oubre. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Drummond the screen. Here it's Grimes. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers leading by 4. Siakam outside. Over Edwards. Siakam misses.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Butler passes to Oubre. Here's Grimes. Drummond with a screen on Halliburton. Here's Butler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so Butler nails both of them.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession lead.
Turner with a screen on Edwards. Siakam inside. Edwards there. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Timeout, timeout.
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Siakam against Edwards. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Inside. Count it!
And delivering in the clutch. Siakam with zero fear, wanting the ball when it matters most.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Halliburton against Butler. Oubre on the wing. Outside Edwards. Over Siakam. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
Now Halliburton. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Nesmith in at the 3. There's the screen. Clock at 6. Here's Nembhard. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Nembhard's got the first points here in the overtime period for Indiana. Butler kicks to Oubre. Outside Edwards. Drummond in the post. Turner covering. Oubre for 3. Nembhard grabs the board. Nembhard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nesmith, the pass to Nembhard.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. and he can't hit the second. The 76ers trail by 3. Lets it go with a 3. Shot by Grimes. No good. Siakam outside. Halliburton for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. 1:46 left to play in the first overtime. Outside Butler. Pass to Drummond. It's up a 3. Indiana leading by 3. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Siakam with it. Butler covering. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Grimes passes to Butler. Oubre on the wing. Here's Grimes. Neesmith covering. This one for 3. It's in! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Siakam passes to Turner. For 3. A shot by Nembhard, no good. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
And the Pacers with possession here. Here's Halliburton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Halliburton, so versatile and skilled. This guy finds ways to keep the defense off balance pretty consistent.
He sinks the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. A 2-point game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Butler. Oubre kicks to Butler. Back to Oubre. 6 to shoot. Here's Grimes. Off target from downtown. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're down by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Three from the inbound. Doesn't go that time. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.